Have you ever written notes in a class, church, meeting, or even your personal journals, closed the book and never really looked at it again? A lot of times we do this. We take the notes with the mind of, when I get home, I'll go back to it, and we never open it again. We write things down with good intentions, but somehow we keep moving forward without ever going back to it. The truth is, what we don't revisit, we slowly forget. That is why the scripture says, write the vision and make it plain. Make it plain so that you can read it and run with it. Make it visible. I believe that is one of the reasons why people have vision board and place it where they could see it so that they won't forget. Today, I want to talk about the importance of revising and revisiting our journals, diaries, and notebooks on a weekly basis, and why this simple habit can completely change how we learn, grow, and understand ourselves. Your note is not just a place to store information. It's a place where lessons were planted. So when we revisit our notes weekly, we give ourselves time to meditate on what we have learned so far. Things that didn't make sense in the moment suddenly becomes clear. Maybe at the time you're getting that note from a preacher, reading a book and jotting it down, you haven't gotten enough clarity. But when you revisit those things that you jot down, it begins to make more sense and you get more clarity. Ideas begin to connect, messages start to stand out. You know, there was a time I brought out my diaries of 5 years, 10 years ago, and I was like, wow, I wrote this, God said this, and looking at where I am at the moment, it really spoke with me, and it reminded me of the visions, the plans that I had, that I have evolved over, I have grown over. Some of it I still needed to go back to it and do something about it. So these are the things that revisiting our journals or diaries do for us. You know what? Sometimes the problem isn't that we didn't hear the instructions very well. It's that we weren't ready to understand it yet. We haven't grown to the level of that revelation that we got. So revisiting your journal gives those instructions a second chance for you to try to understand it, a second chance for you to try to get more clarity. So your diary also captures something very powerful, your mind at that moment. So when you go back, you begin to notice how your thinking has changed, how you've grown emotionally or mentally. You begin to revisit or see patterns you didn't see before. Then you begin to realize, wow, I am not where I used to be. That awareness builds gratitude, confidence, and direction. So here is a simple weekly habit you can try. Once a week, let's say Saturday or a Sunday evening, you open your journal or your notebook or your diaries and ask yourself this question. Open it, read through, and then put those questions down and note them. This is the first question. What did I learn this week? The second question is, what stood out to me this week? The third one is, was there an instruction or message I need to act on? And fourth question is, how can I apply this moving forward? Just 10 to 15 minutes a day can make a huge difference. The reason why you should do this is by the time you ask yourself those questions and you are able to answer them correctly, as you begin the new week, so you know the things that you are going to act on immediately that week. Do you understand? And it also helps and guides you to know the direction of your week or month or year. And then if you need to revisit some other thing, the clarity you are looking for might already be written. And that's the fact. It might already be written right there in your own book without you knowing. Let me know if this is something you already do, and if you don't already do it, let's know if you're going to be joining to revisit your notes, your journals, and your diary weekly. And if you finally do, please share your experience with me. Let's learn and grow together. And that will be all for today. Thank you so much for staying with me this far. Till I come again next time, stay disciplined, motivated, and be happy.